Alright guys, this is my second time going through this. I just spent 25 minutes going through the last one. This may be a little bit shorter. This is my second time trying. The first time there was no audio, so hopefully this works. Let's go through supplements. We had a few people asking about different supplements. When I asked what you'd like me to talk about, instead of doing like a quick 5 second chat of what you should have and what you shouldn't have, I thought I would do a full supplement 3-part series. So this is basically the first part: what's good, what's a waste of money. And I'm going to talk about staples in your diet, staples that you should have maybe in your cupboard, and what supplements are, why people take them, and yeah, away we go. So supplements are $1 billion business. It's projected to reach 60 billion US dollars by 2021. Now, that's obviously in America, but the same all over the world. Here, the UK, Australia, you name it, supplements are massive, and the marketing is extreme. But it's $1 billion company, a billion dollar business, and you know it sells. The marketing, everyone wants a magic pill. And that's what people are selling. It's all about the money. Now, you know, you got lots of different potions, pills. Some work, some don't. Okay, majority make a very small difference, if any. Some can make a big difference. But remember, you have a lot of different celebrities, people in the public eye that are promoting different supplements. They more than likely don't take the supplements. Someone called John Meadows, he's a bodybuilder. He brought out I think it's Prime Nutrition, and one of his main supplements, his sort of flagship supplement, he recently found out they weren't making it as he had said, and I think he's doing a lawsuit against them. But basically, the executives knew the supplement they were putting out was not what he said. And that they're selling short and cutting corners, and now obviously, you know, it's all a big fuss about it all. But basically, end of the day is whoever says they're taking it, chances are they're probably not. And if they are, well, you know, who says it's working just because someone else is taking it? So, what are supplements? Now, supplements are there to supplement your diet. It's in the name. It's not something that you live off. It's something that to help you with your health, fitness, and you can see here you've got different varieties. So you've got like a pre-workout, which is pretty huge right now. You've got your fish oils. You've got your protein powder. You've got your multivitamins, and these are all different types. So like I was saying, it's to supplement what you're actually doing. Supplement your diet. So fish oils, for instance. You don't need to take fish oils if you're getting plenty of oily fish in. If you're getting three portions of oily fish a week, you should be fine. Most people aren't. But if you are, then you don't need to supplement. If you're not, then it's a good idea to supplement. Protein powder, again, if you're eating enough protein and getting enough protein in for your diet, you don't need to have a protein powder. Most people think that you take a protein powder and all of a sudden, boom, you are like stacked. You're going to put a couple of kgs of muscle on just because you're having a protein powder. It doesn't work like that. It's like having a tin of tuna. Yes, some of the amino breakdown might be a little bit better, but it's pretty much the same. So you're not going to get massive just because you had a protein shake. Then you've got things like your multivitamins, which is a good idea to have if you're not getting a varied diet and you don't eat very much fruit and veg, and you're not getting many nutrients in. But again, if you are, then chances are you probably don't need one. You might need to supplement in a few different things, and pinpoint the areas that you actually need help in. A lot of these multivitamins have like 300 of the IU, the recommended daily intake, or whatever, the RDA, and sometimes you don't need that much. They just put it in there, big numbers, obviously sells, and a lot of the time it just goes down the toilet. So, who can you trust? Like I said, you can't trust celebrities because they're just trying to sell you. They get paid to sell. They're getting paid to advertise. who can you trust? Examine.com. Now this is this organisation takes no money from any supplement companies. It's completely independent. This is where I get most of my nutrition information from. It's free to use, so go on there, have a play around. You can put anything you like in there, and it will tell you. Basically the studies done on it. You can have a look at the breakdown of the study. You can sometimes all through the just clicking through. You can have a look at the study. It gives you like a conclusion. It'll tell you about the actual supplement, and it'll also tell you a list of different things that it supposedly does, and whether there's evidence to prove whether it does what it says it does. So examine.com, and then obviously me. Trust me, I would not sell you anything that I do not use. I daily or at least weekly get asked to sell some form of Herbalife, some form of nutrition, Juice Plus, some form of multi-level marketing, because that's who they're targeting. People like me who are in the industry and have clients and have people who trust them and want people who will abuse the trust to sell a product. I'm not going to do that to you. I don't sell any products at the minute, and if I do ever sell any, it'll only be the ones that I take myself and ones that I trust and I believe in. So at the minute, use me or examine.com. Don't get sucked in to what people say in supplement stores or in the tabloids, in the media, in fitness health. Come to me or Examine and we can straighten it out. So I apologise about the poor picture. It does not come out very well. But what should be a staple? So there is things that should be staples, supplements in your cupboard. Should be something that should be in a cupboard in case you need it, in case you need to supplement it. So what are they? Well, the first one would be a protein powder. Now with protein powder, you've got whey, casein, pea, rice, and there's heaps more. There's lots of other different protein powders out there. The main thing with a protein powder is it is just a supplement. You are just supplementing protein. If you can get protein in, then eat it. Like I would much rather have some chicken or steak or lamb than having a protein shake. Yes, the protein shakes don't come with as much fat, but it tastes a lot better. It's probably going to fill me up for longer, and I'm going to enjoy it more. Remember, if you're dieting or if you're dieting, more than likely most people are trying to diet in some way. What you're going to do is you're going to look to have maybe make sure your protein intakes, you're getting enough protein intake, and you may have to have some protein powder to supplement it because you're not getting enough in. I find this a lot with women more than men, as we like to eat a bit more meat, and women tend to struggle with getting your protein in the morning. That's where your shakes come in. That's where having a scoop of protein, getting your 20-25 grams of protein in with some berries, maybe some Greek yogurt, and you're going to have a protein-filled breakfast that's probably going to keep you full for a long time. Now with whey, you've got three different lots. You've got isolate, concentrate, and blend. Isolate is basically pre-digested. You're looking at just getting that straight into your system. Now, it used to be said that within 2 hours you need to eat within like 30 minutes, and now it's more to the 2 hour range. So getting an isolate in can help, but if you're going to have some protein after your workout within the 2 hours, then you're going to get your protein in, and you're going to get your repair started. So don't worry about it too much. I usually have a blend of bit. I think the one I usually get is like a blend of isolate and concentrate, and that's just because I like the taste. It's not no particular reason. It's more because I like the taste than anything. Now you've got casein. Casein was huge. It still is in some areas, but it's about casein is your night protein. So you have this at night. It's slow release, so you're getting all the protein released slowly while you're sleeping. Now the thing is, when you're sleeping, sometimes your gut can switch off a bit. Now what I would do personally is I would not worry about it. I would make sure you get your protein intake throughout the day, and that's fine. If you're hitting, I don't know, you 1 gram, 1 to 2 grams per pound, It's actually like 2 grams per kg per day. That's fine. You're getting your protein in. Don't worry about it. People used to wake up and drink it. Don't worry about that. Just make sure you get that in, and you should be fine. Now, I've got pea and rice here. There's lots of different other vegetarian, vegan proteins. A lot of them are supplemented with leucine and the amino acids, because some of them you can't get, or some of the protein actual breakdown, the amino breakdown isn't as great when you're having pea and rice. That's why they supplement it. So they'll have, you might have a pea protein, but it'll probably be have a few extra things in there just to boost it up. Again, they've got a lot better recently than they used to be. Some used to be really bad, and you wouldn't go near it. Now they're getting a little bit better. So, you vegans and vegetarians, you have got your options there. All right, I hope I'm not droning on too much, and you can hear me and understand me fine. BCAAs. I used to drink these like water. Well, you have them with water, but I used to drink them all the time. It's expensive water in the end. They can help. They can help with fatigue. They can help with increasing your muscle size, support recovery. Basically, MPS you got down there is your muscle protein synthesis, which basically means when you switch that on, it means you're going to start building. Generally, if you're not building muscle, you're losing muscle. And that's kind of what this was what the thought process behind the BCAAs is. And there's a few people that like Lane Norton, a few others that do still prescribe having your BCAAs several times throughout the day, so you're always in an anabolic state rather than catabolic state. Now, again, if you're getting your BCAA, if you're getting your normal food in, then you're going to be getting some BCAAs throughout your food. And having extra BCAAs may not be needed. Leucine, now I remember right off the top of my head, it's around 2 to 4 hours. The MPS is actually risen. So, if you are eating every 3 hours, then you're not really losing out on much. So, leucine is the key. Leucine is the one that's been shown, all the studies have been shown to help with MPS. And around about 4 grams is usually what they say. Few have said more. 4 grams is sufficient. Like I said, it tastes good. If you're not getting much water in, it's handy to have. You've got some. Most of them usually have some electrolytes in there. But again, it's not something This is something I wouldn't go rush out and buy unless for instance, you are going on a flight, and you want to make sure you're getting plenty of protein in, but you don't want to take your protein powder on board. Or you may have a long day at work and you're not going to have a chance to eat. You could have a protein shake, and then you could have some BCAAs later. Again, most protein powders generally have BCAAs in there and will have a good amount. So buying them separately a lot of the time isn't needed. So, creatine, the most researched supplement. Now, this, you've got all sorts of things. You've probably heard about creatine. It works, it doesn't work. Should you have, in the media, there's one story that someone actually killed someone, and it's because they had creatine, or they found creatine in the house. Excuse me. Now, don't worry about that. Okay, creatine is safe and it works. Now you can get creatine from beef. You can get it from your foods. So again, one of those things. Don't you can don't. Sorry, I've completely lost track of there. If you're getting plenty of beef in, you're getting plenty of food in, you build up creatine. So with that, it means you can have your 5 grams per day, which is what you'd normally have. But if you're getting some more beef in, you're going to get some creatine in as well. Again, this is something that I've used, and I didn't really feel the benefit, to be honest. A lot of people, and all the research says it works. There is a few non-responders. Maybe I'm just a non-responder, but it can improve your power output, your strength, your lean body mass. It's safe for women too, and yeah, like I said, it's cheap. It's about $20 for 500 grams. So using it wouldn't cost you much. I would say use it for a month, 2 months, see how you feel. If you feel any different, that's great. If you feel like you're getting through your workouts more, that's great. Continue taking it. If you don't, then don't bother. But like I said, the research behind it is all pro, and it does work. It does work. That's why it's probably one of the most researched supplements, and it's probably something that's been around for years that we all know about. All right, caffeine. Everyone loves caffeine. Everyone loves a coffee. It's proven to work. We all, more than likely, most of us have felt the effects of caffeine. You can increase your focus, your power, your alertness, your RPE, which is your rate of perceived exertion. Makes things feel easier. If you have too much, though, it can cause anxiety. It can affect your sleep. Some people it doesn't. My wife Charlotte, she can go sleep after having a latte after dinner, for instance. Myself, I won't do that because I'll be up all night. Now, different ways of getting it. You can get it through tablet form. You can get it through powder form. You can get it through a coffee. You can get it through in a pre-workout. You can get it through your V's, Red Bulls. 100 to 500 milligrams 30 minutes before. Now, I would stay well below the 500 and stick to between 100 and 300. Any more than that, and you'll be way too jittery and probably way too anxious to actually do anything. Start low. Remember, if you can get a good effect off 100 milligrams, then what's the point in taking 200? Just take what you need to feel the effect and to actually be able to feel the benefit of it. Now, caffeine tablets, like I said, cheap, easy. Coffee tastes good. Just watch out if you do have it late at night. You know, if you're having, say, a pre-workout, a lot of pre-workouts will have 200 to 300 milligrams of caffeine. And you're having that at, say, 5, 6 o'clock. Well, if you're not going, no wonder you're not going to bed till 1 o'clock, 1:30, 2 o'clock, and you're getting tired. So do try. Remember, sleep's very important. Beta-alanine. If you've not tried this, you will not understand. But the guy below, that is how you will feel. Pins and needles all over. Your skin might get a bit itchy. You might want to scratch your head. If it works, but it feels strange. It doesn't feel nice. But it does work, and it has been proven. Improves endurance between 60 to 240 seconds. Now, that does mean more for sports. I find it's quite good for some sporting activities. There's not a huge amount in the gym that you're going to last 60 to 240 seconds. You may be doing circuits. That's good. Like the one of the main reasons beta-alanine's in a lot of pre-workouts is because of the tingles. Because if you feel that, it feels like it's working. You feel like you're getting some benefit from it, and it's something that your body can respond to. 2 to 5 grams per day can be broken up. So I would never have 5 grams in one go because you'd be itching like mad. Usually about 2 to 3 grams if it's in a pre-made one, so it's like a pre-workout. Or you can have like a couple of teaspoons, 2 grams, so like maybe half a teaspoon twice a day. And like creatine, you build up your stores of it. And that is it. I've probably gone through this a little bit quicker. I think I rambled on a little bit the first time. Hopefully you've not got too bored and you are taking in everything that I've said. Now, this is end of part 1. Part 2, we will go through some other supplements. Part 3, we'll go through things like vitamins, some sleep aids, some prebiotics. But that's the end of part 1. Hopefully you've learned something. Hopefully you now know a few different, more information. You're probably a bit more educated. We've got things like the protein powders, like I said, the creatine. They're probably the main 2. You've got some others in there as well that you might want to keep around. Obviously, everyone enjoys a coffee or some caffeine. But remember, supplement is to supplement. Okay, you are just supplementing your diet. If you can get it through your diet, obviously that's a lot better. Now, if you want to buy any supplements, I would recommend just using the internet. Supplements.co.nz is usually pretty good. NZ Muscle usually pretty good. Body Pro supplements are pretty good. One thing to do with it, if you've got any questions, pop them below and ask me. Let me help you. I've tried so many supplements, it's unbelievable. I'm not saying I know everything, but I know ones which taste good, ones which taste bad, and yeah, you let me be a guinea pig. Let me be the guinea pig. Before I carry on rambling, that's the end of part 1. I look forward to doing part 2. It should be done by next week, and I will speak to you and see you. I'll speak to you then. Like I said, comment below, ask any questions, anything you want me to speak on. I will continue to try and do these videos, and I hope it's not bored you with it being a longer video. Alright, I will speak to you all soon.